Hello, Scorpios, and welcome to Deku Tarot. I'm going to be doing your August 2019 Love Tarot reading. So this is going to be for singles and couples for a Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If it doesn't resonate with you guys, the messages aren't for you. Don't take them. You can check out your other placements, especially your Venus, if it doesn't resonate with you. Do check out your first half of August reading, guys. Those are all up. Just a little disclaimer here. I will be away out of the country from August 8th through 15th, and I will not be doing any emergency or any private readings during that time. You can schedule a reading for after I get back at this point, but I don't have any more room for anything before, okay? So, alrighty, Scorpios, let's get into love here. We're going to start with the singles. We're going to use the Gustav Klimt deck here, and I hope you guys enjoy this new little setup. Let me know what you think. Okay. Alrighty. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, love and romance for Scorpio singles for August 2019. First card we get is Moon reversed. Interesting. I immediately feel eclipse energy there. So, eclipse season left you a little bit drained, is how it feels in terms of emotions and love. Scorpio singles, what's going on here? We could be feeling like we need to come back into life, but yet we're feeling again just so drained in terms of love and emotions right now. We could be a little bit on edge. Page of Swords, Knave of Swords there. So I feel there is an energy that we need to watch out for in terms of how nitpicky, how pushy, how kind of moody we might be this month. I don't want to say all Scorpios are being really moody, and I don't want you guys to get offended, but it just feels like emotionally we're irritated and we don't really want to deal with people right now. It might be, our words here might be a little bit cutting, biting, harsh. And sometimes I see the moon reversed as a positive thing, but not so much in this deck. I see it more as anxieties, anger, fear, exhaustion, just being very much out of touch a little bit here with reality and with grounded emotions at this time. So it's coming in your environment, energies, offers people, situations, August 2019. We get, two kings here, King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. There is the capacity to ground yourself here, to become a little bit more stable, because, it feels to me like we're starting off this month here with this very ungrounded energy, this very difficult energy here. I like it though. Having two kings is usually a sign of great growth here, in my opinion. When I see two kings, especially in terms of money, finances, security, and love, it just feels like you're wealthy in all things of the spirit and all things that kind of root you to the ground there around mid-month. We're getting a lot more settled, a lot more comfortable in this energy, but we might need to kind of go within and release all that tense energy there around the beginning of the month, because at that point it just feels like you're really moody, you're really not having it. Where's this all leading you here? Interesting that we get those two kings. Maybe Taurus or another Scorpio is involved this month. Five of Swords. Yeah, like I said, there's a fighting energy. So what's going on here? Wow. I'm going to get a clarifier. I'm going to get one more clarifier. Ten of Swords reversed. Yeah, you guys are coming out of a very difficult period here. I'm going to just put this up here actually instead, and we're going to move these around. But it just feels really... There's some tense energy, if I'm being honest, and I've been trying to be light about it, especially with the two kings. I'm kind of surprised, but again, we're looking for maybe, Scorpios, you guys don't tend to jump into relationships like people say. You're either not involved, like you don't want a relationship, or, when you're thinking about going into one, you put a lot of thought, effort, time into that. It's not a decision that you just come to. You have to feel, like these two kings about it. You have to feel settled, like this is something you can put effort into for a long time, and that you can really give a whole cup of love over to. You need to ground yourself and fill up your own emotional cup this month. We have the chance to push forward here and overcome some difficulties, but we have to make sure that we're not fighting and we're not causing fights, we're not starting fights. There's a type of, I need to overcome, you're just, again, your words, the way you're communicating, it's all swords to me. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's all swords to me though, and that's a harsh energy to be in terms of love here. We're not seeing things the way that we probably want to be seeing them. Sorry, I just want to move this so we could look at all the cards. But sometimes things don't want to work out the way you want them to, do they? I might have to pause and reconfigure this, huh? But regardless, that Five of Swords in this deck is kind of a card of overcoming defeat. It's a card of winning, of getting out on the other side, of overcoming a situation. She has all the swords. There's nobody else in this deck. There's nobody else in this card in this deck here. So it's kind of interesting. You guys have an interesting energy this month in terms of love. And I would say allow those 10 swords to come out. Allow yourself to think before you speak, and make sure what you're communicating is truly from the heart, truly from a more grounded and full of cup perspective. If you can't give that right now and you don't have the energy to, and everything that you're saying and doing is coming across as very harsh because you've had to release some really, really toxic, some really, really long karmic toxic energies that past month there. That eclipse energy really brought you to your limits and made you kind of realize, had some really painful realizations, probably in terms of love, in terms of feeling betrayed, honestly, in some aspect here. But a long karmic cycle that has been difficult is finally passing, and you need to give yourself some time to ease into this energy and make sure you're grounded before you approach anything, because we could just be starting fights, causing problems, not coming across very well. You guys are coming across really moody, and you need to really ground yourself and get back into this King of Pentacles, King of Chalices, controlled, grounded, stable perspective in terms of your emotions, and especially in terms of your physicality. You guys know what that means. So, or actually, I'm sorry. Well, I guess we'll take these away because I already started. Let's look at a romance angel card for you, and then we're going to move on to Scorpio couples, okay? Romance angel messages for Scorpio singles for August 2019. Scorpio singles for August 2019. We're getting chemistry. Wow. There's a strong magnetic attraction. Yeah, you guys are having chemistry with somebody, but again, you're having... I just feel like you guys need to take a step back and not do anything too crazy and brash and harsh right now, because I don't think it'll go the way you want it to. If you have real attraction, real love for somebody new, again, and you've been single for a while, you want to jump into a relationship, you want to go into something because you have chemistry, you need to let your energy kind of recalibrate here. You need to come back into alignment. You need to stop being so moody before you can go for this, okay? And that just means taking it easy, taking a break, getting back into alignment with yourself, getting grounded with your emotions, okay? So Scorpio singles, those are your messages. We're going to move on to Scorpio couples now with the Hobbit deck. All right, Scorpio couples for for all of August 2019. For August 2019, Scorpio couples, those that are in relationships, married, long-term partnerships. What is your energy this August 2019, Scorpios? For love and romance, what's your energy? We're getting judgment. Wow, okay. So we're having a blast from the past, then come back from the past here. When judgment comes up, we're asking, it's change is coming in that is asking us to shift in a huge way. Excuse me, let me just get some water. It's super hot here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to shift this a little bit. We're still working on the new setup here, so I apologize for having to move it around so much. It's not the most stable setup. So let's see. Judgment. Bring out your dead. Bring out the toxic situations. You've had that, and now you're being asked to transform your life because of what has changed here, because of what's come in. So in terms of our environment, situations around us, in terms of love, Scorpio couples. What are we getting here? Oh, I knew this was coming out here. The devil. I felt it before I even pulled it. We're bringing up negative situations, toxic behaviors, toxic energies. I have to say, if this is behaviors of yours that come out in a relationship that are less than cute and less than supportive, nice, and endearing, it's going to feel really harsh this month, because people are going to say, no, Scorpio, I'm not doing that right now, or I'm not gonna fight with you, I'm not gonna do this. Just like single Scorpios, you guys feel a little bit moody this month, but I mean, what's to be expected after having 2 eclipses in a fellow water sign season. Oof, that hit hard, huh? So let's see what's coming in situations. What is this all? Actually, let's just kind of let this one show itself here, because I feel like this is deeper and I can't really control it in terms of asking specific questions. It needs to just come out on its own. Judgment, the Devil. 4 of Wands. It's trying to get you there. You have to, if you want to come back into alignment, if you want to get to that perfect, position here in terms of a relationship, in terms of, maybe you guys are trying to move, maybe you're trying to step up to that next level of marriage. Sometimes the 4 of Wands is marriage here. We need to come back into alignment here. We need to really look at the devil situations around us. What do we tell ourselves that stops us, from getting there, from leveling up in a relationship, from really pushing forward? Because relationships don't just stop when you get together. You don't just stop growing as individuals or as a couple. You continue to grow and become different people and get to know that different person. Get to know that relationship at a different level, because people change. And so that's what I feel here. There's been transformation and we need to adjust and stop living in the devil energy. 2 of Coins. What are we juggling that is only holding us back here? There could be a little bit of juggling, especially again. Oh my gosh. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. So 2 of Coins, there's change that, again, it just feels like we're changing this month. There's a shift in a relationship, a shift in our relationship here. And we're being asked to make a decision. We're kind of weighing our options about what to do. We need to shift in a positive way. So what is that for you guys? So we are trying to figure out, through this devil energy, we're looking at the illusionary energy, looking at that negative stuff that's coming up. Dealing with it, even if it's our own energy, we're noticing it when it comes up, and we're working to get back into alignment, taking necessary rest, going on vacation. Again, if this has to do with moving and it's money situations that hold you back, it's looking at it from a lighter perspective, a less, we have judgment here coming in. There's been a huge shift, and we don't need to look at things the way that we used to. The Wheel of Fortune is here. There's a huge positive shift in relationship here. There is love coming in. When I see the Wheel of Fortune, timing, there's divine timing in everything. So if it's marriage that you've been asking about, if it's marriage that you wanted to know about, know that it's going to come in divine timing, if that's what you guys are hoping for in a relationship. It also shows, if you've been trying to juggle, trying to move, trying to get to a different level in this relationship, trying to reconnect, and, you just feel like it's been difficult. It's been this kind of energy here at the start of the month. By the end of it, we're moving into a much more positive cycle here. Things are working out. We're making the necessary changes as we enter Virgo season, and we see that positive, wonderful, connected energy is coming in. We're really reconnecting there. I love the Wheel of Fortune showing up there at the end, because there has been a change. There has been a very positive shift whenever that shows up. We're feeling like luck is on our side and that everything is wonderful. It's great. I really do love it. It just, again, I just feel like we're starting the month off very moody. So again, watch out for that. But I just feel like there's sudden chance, opportunity, good fortune coming in that's allowing you guys to shift this month. But you have to let go of that devil energy, what you didn't think you'd ever get to with this relationship. So again, maybe you started this and you're like, oh no, I definitely have years before I'm going to meet that person, be with that, be with the one here. It's like you guys are realizing that who you're with, you had to change and you've shifted with this person, and we're actually at a very different spot than we ever thought we would be in. And we have to kind of shift our perspective and shift, how we're looking at this relationship, how it affects us. This is like a very deep message, but I just feel like you guys are shifting in a huge way, because we're having positive change come in, and it's bringing up maybe some negative tendencies to assume the worst, to get back into that negative energy, to ignore the positive stuff that's coming out here, which is just so good. It's a sense of getting there, a sense of enjoying where you're at, working through a little bit of juggling here, but it just feels like luck is on your side. Things are moving in an upward direction. We can get to release and get to, really get rid of that devil energy, get rid of the negative illusions that, block us from where we want to go in love here. What has blocked our relationship. It doesn't even have to be that negative. For some of you, it's just getting back in touch with the more physical side of your relationship, and it's nice. So let's pull a couple of romance angel cards here, and then we'll be done. Alrighty, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus couples. Those that are in relationships, married. partnered up here. Messages from the romance angels, Goddess Aphrodite, Goddess Venus for August 2019. Pay attention to the red flags. Yeah, there it is. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I'm going to get another, actually. And free yourself. This is weird. Okay, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Some of you guys, maybe it's a little bit of a darker story in that you've learned everything you can from this relationship, and to stay in it any longer is, you know, just not, you know, you've been through your karmic cycle, you've been through whatever you've had to do with this person, and it might be time to move forward. You might be also noticing some red flags in yourself, actually, in the relationship, if that's not, you know, if it's not like a leaving story to seek out, you know, your one here. You might have reached the end of one situation, but that's just because, you know, divine timing has said, you know, time to close this chapter, time for you to move on to somebody else. You guys have finished your story here together. That's one. Again, you guys have a lot of big overarching stuff going on here. But for those of you who are definitely not leaving relationships, there is a need to pay attention to the red flags that you bring up in terms of moodiness, in terms of starting fights, negative stuff like that, if I'm being honest. And you need to allow yourself to get rid of those negative tendencies, those devil tendencies that come up and, you know, self-sabotage your relationship here, okay? Alrighty. And again, if it's that other person, then you got to talk to them about that too. Don't self-sabotage relationships. I just really feel like you guys might be the moodier one this month, and I don't mean to come at you. I love you guys. Love Scorpios, but like, sometimes you gotta say it like it is. All right, Scorpios, so those are your messages. I hope you enjoy them, guys. Have a wonderful rest of August. Email me to book a reading. Do not send payment first, as I am away from August 8th through 15th. Check out your monthly reading there, your first half of August reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, guys. And again, have a blessed month of August in terms of love. Namaste.